Hi, my name is Barry. Welcome to the channel. I'm a retired electrician after 40 years, and I took up quilting as a hobby in retirement. And I've been tracking my journey from the beginning where I didn't even really know how to sew to hopefully I'll get good someday and be able to be pretty proficient at it. Right now I'm okay. But today we're going to do a Y seam. And this is the first time I've ever done it, so I thought I would document me trying to see if it is easy as they say it is. Now, a Y seam is basically just like it says. It's a straight line here that makes a Y. And the problem with it is that you're dealing with seams going in this direction and seams going in that direction, and it looks complicated. And I've been watching several videos on how to do this, and so they tell you to turn your fabric over. And by the way, let me start over. I got this Creative Grids diamond ruler. You can make smaller ones than this, but we're going to do big because I figured the first one, if I do big, that leaves less chance for error. But these have like little holes in the corners here, and this is to mark it with a marker because you're basically going to sew from line to line. So what I did was I cut these already out like so. These are already cut out and perfect. I cut them out perfect. And what we're going to do is just take our little marker and we're going to mark each hole here. I've already screwed that up. I think I'll be okay. And they tell me that what we want to do is we want to sew from point to point. And this is a 1/4 inch. These right here are 1/4 inch your seam. And I come in here 1/4 inch, and there's my dot. There's a dot. So I'm going to take 2 of these and put them right sides together. And let's see how we're going to do this first one here. This first one's going to lay. Let's get this out of the way. This first one's going to lay like this. So we want to sew these two together. So let's take this over to the sewing machine. And I am going to sew from point to point. Even these up and sew them point to point. I'm not going past that point. So give me a second and let's see how this works. I'm going to go ahead and mark this one. I didn't mark it. So you should probably mark all these. I didn't mark it. Like I said, we are learning in real time how to do this. So I am apt to mess up the first time. So we're gonna press these open, by the way, and I'm gonna mark this one right here, and then I'm gonna get out my iron and we'll press it before we go any further. All right, I marked this 1/4 inch seam all the way around, and I'm gonna mark these little corners here so I know where to start and stop. And like I said, they claim all I got to do is start at the dot and sew a straight line to the next dot, and that's the key to this. So give me a second here and we will press this open. As soon as I find my pressing mat. Oh, where is my pressing mat gone? Oh, here's another one. All right, we'll try to press this open. I'm going to get better at doing this too. I'm not the greatest at it. But they say this is key to good seams because you want to try to reduce the bulk, and that is to press these open. So we got that going. Now, let us add this one. So if this goes like this, we'll put these right sides together. And also, a little note here, these are going to have like a little opening here, and they say that's perfectly fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. So we're going to put these right sides together and sew dot to dot. All right, and now let's iron this one open. And the big moment of truth is almost upon us here. So let's sew this one open. I probably should turn it this way. I normally won't put my wool mat just on top of this desk, this husky table, but I'm only doing one, so I don't think it's going to have time to heat up that bad. All right, and now let's try the final angle, which will be sewing from here to here. Okay, let's iron this one open, and then let's do the big reveal. Both of us are going to find out together, one way or another. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you if this works or not. Well, they say there's no shame in my game. I will show you the good and the bad and the ugly. So far, it's not too bad. I guess the more you do, the better you get. I need to just practice on being able to iron seams open. Let's give this a quick ironing here. Turn it off, and let's take the big reveal here. This is the way we started off, and I'm pretty happy with it. There's no gap in the middle here. The points look like they match up fairly well, and this is you were here with me when I made my first Y seam, so yay for us. Give it a try. The key, like I said, is have a 60-degree ruler. This is the Creative Grids. I'll give you the number here. It is the Creative Grids CGR 60DIA, or DIA. So that's CGR 60DIA by Creative Grids. But there's other companies that make these. As long as it's a 60-degree ruler, And like I said, this one has markings on it so you can make smaller. You don't have to make this big, but I wanted to try it out. I've got some quilts that I want to make for the fair this year, and this is one of the blocks I would like to do. So I need to be practicing. That's why I just took some scrap fabrics here and put them together. I'm pretty happy with it. Comment below your thoughts on it. And like I said, the key point to point, if you can sew, this is what Bob with Sewing Parts Online says on his video. If you can sew point to point, you can do this. And you were right there with me, and that's it. So like I always say, after health, but before wealth, there's memories. So go out and make some memories today, and I will see you later. Bye.